What's so new at this technology is that the laser has extremely short pulses. Lasers was developed to make extremely heat within the skin on a certain structure. For example, you can cook a vessel with green light. But what we do now is that we try to hit structures within the skin without producing heat. So we leave the world of photothermolysis, and now we are doing just hitting structures by so-called photoacoustic action. So the PICOSURE from PICOSURE has a 755 nanometer wavelengths. This is a perfect wavelengths to hit black tattoos, green tattoos and blue tattoos. Especially green and blue tattoos wasn't be able to be treated before. We only had YAG lasers, and these YAG lasers do not work nicely on these colors. The second thing is that 755 nanometer alexandritous PICOSURE works perfectly on the pigment, the natural pigment, the melanin that we have in our skin. And finally, the company was the first one who has a second laser built in the 755 nanometer laser. So we have an additional laser at the PICOSURE with 532. As well with picosecond technology. So we have 755 nanometers plus 532 nanometers. And this gives us the possibility to treat all tattoo colors, as well as we are able to treat perfectly pigments. In addition, also PICOSURE with the PICOSURE was the first one who had a so-called focus lens. This focusing lens focuses the energy, the photon energy that the picosecond pulse delivers on a focused point within the skin and gives us additional possibilities to treat, for example, melasma, hyperpigmentations, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and different skin types, as well as there are Asian skin types, Latin skin types, or other darker skin types, which was extremely hard in the past to be treated. So if we hit the skin with a non-thermal, so-called photoacoustic effect, so we shatter the fibroblast as well as the collagen fibers. This is one part of the effect as anti-aging, so-called rejuvenation, or better, what we mainly use, revitalization. Why we talk about revitalization? Because we know, and this is proven, that we have a biosignaling from the epidermis, so signals from the epidermis by hitting the epidermis with this extremely high pulses, high powerful pulses, and there's a biosignaling to the depth. And then we get new vessels, we get new collagen, we get new elastic fibers, a thicker epidermis, and all a better skin quality. So a revitalization just by the photoacoustic effect. And the difference again to the old-fashioned lasers is that we do not harm the skin with heat. This is the main difference. We still work with a laser, but in a completely other manner. Now we deliver the energy as a shock wave and not so much as a heat as we did it in the past. Everything that we treat the skin with has some risks. If we look on the tattoos, it's risky to cook a tattoo color by old-fashioned lasers. If you use an old YAG laser, you cook the color in the depth, you can form very nasty cleavage products that can harm the body. You can have carcinogenesis, you have toxicologic problems, you have a lot of problems with this heat. Another thing is if you heat the skin, just for example for treating melasma, then you have a rebound effect. You can make it worse. And this is not overcome, but it's much, much better by avoiding the heat with the photoacoustic effect. So the side effects that we have with this system are less than with other systems just by avoiding heating it. So normally the downtime is some hours and not some days or weeks as we had it in the former time. Picosecond technology clears tattoos or pigmentations faster than the older technologies. So if we, for example, took 100 euros per session in the past, we now take 300 euros per session. Why? Because we are 5 times faster than we was in the past, and we get a better clearance and less side effects. So it's a deal for the patient. The patient gets faster results, less side effects. He spends the same amount of money, that's true. If he comes in further times, let's say 15 times for 100 euros, now he comes 5 times for 300 euros, but he comes. And the idea is, with this truly expensive system, that's true, is that you attract a lot of patients that was bad treated in the outside. Was impossible to clear tattoo or pigmentation with the old-fashioned YAG lasers or other lasers. Those patients will now come and get a clearance with the new systems, with the new developed systems. Also, the tattoo artists send a lot of patients. The cosmeticians who had problems with the cosmetic tattoo send patients, and this is the deal. It took us about 3 to 6 months to get our money back because we attract so much additional new patients that was not ready to go to the older systems which nobody was really convinced about. So what we have to learn is that we have a complete new world here that is working faster, better clearance, and with better effects than we had it in the past. And that makes it a deal for both sides, for the doctors, who attracts more patients, and for the patients who get better and faster results for the same price.
Клауса Хоффманна знаю уже очень давно, и на всех конгрессах, конечно, его презентации, его доклады имеют большой успех. И мне было очень приятно видеть его в очередной раз у нас в городе Санкт-Петербурге с его докладом. Безусловно, это новая технология, это новая эра лазерных технологий. И я считаю, что она займет определенную нишу. И сейчас новаторские идеи, такие, как он представлял, конечно, будоражат ума общественности. Безусловно, это наша мечта иметь такой лазер. И когда я увидела результаты, полученные нашей коллегой, моим любимым коллегой Саломеей Бальян, конечно, не впечатляют.